back out here. Today is going to be a little bit different than normal. We are prepping for the winter storm that's coming. So we're going to take the Sea Chaser. He's going to go out underneath the carport. And then we're going to clean up a bunch of this stuff. We got to move the tree and the wood splitter, the power pole. And what we're going to do is we're going to move all that stuff outside. Well, the power pole is going to go upstairs. But we're going to pull in a couple customer cars, put them on the lifts, get stuff underneath, just kind of make it so that it's easy to get around out there with the tractor. So the plan is to eventually, by the end of the day, is to have the tractor in here so that way I can plow tomorrow and be able to get around, because it's probably going to take, I don't know, probably going to be Saturday or Sunday and Monday of clearing snow, because they're calling for a good amount. But I'll try and record as much as I can, keep you guys posted on what's going on. I know we're about to get hammered here pretty good. I don't know about everybody else, but they're calling for 12 to 18 inches of snow, and it's been about 10 years since we had a snowstorm like that. And so we'll see what happens. But for now, Chase is done. He's looking real good with the power poles. I got the covers on right now, but that Bob's jack plate just makes it look real good. I was also doing some thinking last night. I need to mount my dash switch for the power poles. I want to be able to operate it pretty quickly while moving. That way I don't have to like reach for it, and also be able to get to it pretty quickly if somebody else is on the boat with me. So I thought about here, but if I'm coming in shallow, I'm using the jack plate, and I need to be able to operate it with my right hand, I guess. So then I thought about here. I don't know. I thought about over here. I thought about up here. But I do need to mount my Minn Kota puck for my GPS for that. It doesn't really fit anywhere else. So, I don't know. So I think there's 3 options. Not really sure what I want to do yet. Maybe 4 options, but... So I was actually cleaning up and turned around and looked at this thing, and I was really, when I was tightening it down, I was like, man, the cover fits even better, I think, without the pulling platform. Now, granted, I do have a trolling motor on the front, and the power poles are at the back, but it would sag real bad in the middle. So downside is the cover's old, and it's brittle, and it's like slowly deteriorating. Most of the straps have ripped off. But for the most part, it's fitting. But I actually looked into those sealskin or seal covers or something like that. Anyways, it's like $300 for a cover, and I was like, man, I should probably just get one. And I might, but for right now, this works. Plus, I stored it underneath the carport, so the only reason I would really want it would maybe be towing and or when I have it at tournaments, like when we're somewhere and let's say it's just raining or something, like, and we're not gonna fish. But covers, you know, the boat's looking good. Getting ready to move some stuff. We're gonna move the log splitter over here out of the way. I gotta drag this log and this 6x6 outside, clean up some of this stuff, clean up that's the box trash. Probably put the saw away too for now. So we're gonna keep cleaning up, making some progress. We got everything over here cleaned up. Gonna organize my used tires a little bit, try and talk to my tire guy, get rid of that. So all right, got Chase hooked up. I'm gonna start the E46. We're gonna pull this in. We gotta finish putting that center support bearing on that drive shaft. But we're gonna stick Chase over here next to the bin. Gonna pull that red E39 in, pull that E30 in on the end, get everything going here. Got the E39 on the lift, got the E46 on the lift. It's time to bring in the E30 and then bring in my son's car. After that, storm prep is basically complete. Other than I think I'm gonna try and move, there's an E90 out here. I'm gonna try and move that over to try and give myself some more room. So we also gotta do that. So I guess it's not done. And then I just realized up in E39 in the trunk is my jump pack. So guess I better bring that down. Okay, we got everything in here that I want in their spots for now. I really want to actually work on the white E46, but we'll see what happens. We still got more prep to do. I need to get this log outside. I'm gonna grab the tractor. And then, I don't know. What else do we got out here? I'm trying to think what else. We gotta grab the tractor, get this log out. We'll park my truck up at the house. And then the tractor's gonna go in here so that tomorrow when I need to use it to start clearing snow or Monday morning, we can start clearing snow. But for the most part, that's where we're at. Actually, we're gonna, after we get everything settled, we're gonna, I'm going to do some boat organization as far as like paperwork and some stuff like that. So you guys can hang out with me for that. But otherwise, today's gonna be a short one. Just prepping for this winter storm that's coming. We're supposed to get anywhere from 12 to 18 inches. So we'll see what happens. I'm figuring we'll probably get about 12, maybe 10. Sometimes they're a little off, but we'll see. But in the meantime, we're going to just keep trucking along, keep doing what we got to do, keep the house warm, keep the wife happy. But yeah, so let's keep going. Tractor's in here. We got the cars. We're ready to go for the storm. But we're actually going to end up pulling the tractor back out, putting my son's truck in here, and then putting the tractor in here. It's just going to make more sense to have the tractor over here than trying to drive through potentially 12 inches of snow. So, but now I'm going to take these new boxes that I got, and we're going to move some stuff around. I want to get the Garmin in that big box to keep on the boat, because I did that with the last with the 74. It fit in this, but I think it's either going to go in this one or this one, but I think it's going to go this one. This is my toolbox. I like to keep tools and stuff in, so I think I'm going to keep this with all my paperwork and keep the Garmin and stuff in there, and we'll put that in the boat. And these will be, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I think it might be like my other remotes or something, but we'll see what happens. Got the stuff here that I want to mess with. You know, it's like my power pole remote, my trolling motor remote. I got a pile of extra stuff. I got the Garmin 74 SV, which fits in this one. but I don't know that the 94 is gonna fit. Nope. It's not gonna fit, right? So I'm just gonna, whoever buys the other boat, you're getting this little container, little box to go with it, which it's just a field box. It's just like a ammo can. It's supposed to be water sealed, or watertight or whatever. So anyways, I got a bunch of random stuff in here. A prop tool, which I have one on the other boat, so whoever that, they can have that. Registration and paperwork. Doesn't it works, it keeps it dry, but man, these Plano things, they just don't hold up to like the salt water. Anyways, I'll set that there. I have my mini wrench set that's from Harbor Freight that's absolutely rusty. I don't know if makes me wonder, will Harbor Freight warranty these out? We should try. I might try and warranty these out. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna set them to the side for now, because they really don't do us any good if they're all rusty. I got flares, which I don't know if they're in date. I don't know. Do they really have? Do they have a date? Expiration date? No. Doesn't have a date. So I guess there's a zip ties, which are always good. And let's see what our fire extinguisher looks like. We're full. So yeah, so my plan was to put all that into here, or to keep that in this box, just because I like it better in here. I got to put my puck on the other boat. No, that's the Arctic stuff. Extra hub kits, which probably just gonna, that's Mercury specific. This one's not. These are, though. Those are Mercury specific. Those are Mercury specific. That's, you guessed it, that's TP, just in case. I got a whistle, I got an air horn. Those will go to the other boat. We'll keep that. Alright, so at this point, I don't know what I want to do, because I don't know. This is just like my survival kit I want to have. And then this will go, that'll go on the boat. So now, this has like as a divider. But and then I have this. These are just like little storage things. So I was actually thinking about keeping my remote in here, like that, and like that. Boom. Right, that way they're all secure in their own thing. And then this, I don't know, because I feel like if I do it that way, there's just a lot of room for this thing to just bounce around. But if I pull this one out, and pull that one out, put this one in, maybe, come on, get in there, get in there. You do it that way, I mean, this would fit more snug, I guess. If we do it like that, no, see, it fits more snug, but it's not going to be bouncing around. I don't know what would be better. Alright, because then this will fit, but, and then I can put other paperwork in here. I just don't know. I don't know what I want to do. It seems kind of a waste to have all that in there. It almost would make more sense to just take everything out of that and put it in here and then just run one container. I don't know. stuff, or just don't put anything in it. No dividers, and just rock it like that. But I don't know. Just gonna. We got stuff in here. We got nothing over there. I don't know. All right. Just made a quick pit stop at my one hunting spot. I got permission this year. Pulled my ground blind out. It was upside down, and there was ice in it. So, but it's like a little 4-acre lot that I got. It's actually in town. So, I was taking my buddy's daughter out, and every time we sat, we didn't say anything. But boy, every time after that, like the day after that evening, like on camera, I'd have something. So, but maybe this coming year, try and put a little bit more time into here. I did find 2 pretty fresh rubs. One's probably about 18 inches long but they were on smaller trees. But I did have a small buck that kept coming in on camera. So hopefully he grows and he doesn't get hit by a car or something. With it being kind of close to a main road. But I'd like to get that deer for his daughter, let her shoot her first deer with the bow. So we'll see what happens this coming season, if I can get back out here and do some more urban hunting. But I call it urban because it is, I mean, it's right in town. But anyway, so back to the shop. We're gonna actually, we got to set the ground blind up because it's still frozen. So I'm going to take it in the shop, set it up, let it thaw out, and then we're going to pull the drive shaft on the E46 and do the center support bearing. Because I'd like, and actually I think we're going to probably put a different set of wheels and tires on it that I have. So I'd like to get that thing sold sooner than later. So I have the 2 chairs and the ground blind that was in the woods. We're going to set these up. You guys look crooked. No, you're not crooked. All right. You get it. Anyways, I'm going to set these up because they need to fall out. As you can see, there's still snow in these, so I'm just going to maybe just stand them up, let them try and drip off. And then we're going to set this up. So, for those that don't hunt, always wonder, have you ever seen a ground blind? This is how most of them go together. Now, this is my trail cam, which I think I'm just going to stick out back here. Because I know there's deer going across, so I just want to see what's not dead. So, anyway, so here it is. I don't remember which brand this is. I have 2 different ones, but I do have to fix this. Let me I don't think it's gonna stand. Okay, let me grab a pliers real quick. Pliers and a hammer. So I went pliers and a hammer backwards. Alright, so I'm just going to take this, back into place. Maybe. Hammer's not going to work. We're just going to. Better than it was. Set these down from there. Alright, so you can't see it, you probably can't, but there's ice inside of it. So, just gonna take it, flip it, and I like to grab a side and start popping. One side. supposed to go like this in here. I bring you guys along, but I don't have a chest rate yet. I did order one. Got one coming. I'm just gonna hide out for a second. Don't mind me. Just hanging out. I'm gonna try it. Anyways. I'm just in here trying to see. So, one side, two sides. This is supposed to go here, which is ripped. That's what happened. It ripped. Fly from it blowing around. It kept blowing around. Now you can get out. Alright, so I'm back. So yeah, it's set up. It's got Velcro and stuff on the inside. Anyways, the it ripped, as you can see, which kind of sucks. It's ripped, but I might be able to try and fix it. I don't know. I have to look at it. But inside here, well, a couple windows, but there's ice. So I'm gonna try and get this to thaw out. Figured best place would be in here, right? Because it's warm. The thermostat's set to 57. It's 8 degrees outside. What's you guys probably can't see, huh? Let's see if I can. Does this make it brighter? Oh, I don't know what that does. Huh. But anyways, just gonna let this thaw out right here. So I just realized I wasn't recording. So drop the exhaust down at the back, center the hangers, pull the middle hanger off. I got to the point where I'm pulling the heat shield out now. But anyway, support the trans at the transfer case. So yeah, basically at this point, I'm just going to tug on this until it comes out. Ta-da! And we can see the center support. So that sucker is, I just can't believe how like it's not flopping around, because you can see daylight on the other side of that thing. But anyways, we're gonna keep going, get this out. I do want to check out the motor mounts, because I do have a spare one that we could probably throw on the driver's side, but I don't have a passenger one. The passenger one's like specific to the all-wheel drive. So I'm gonna check that out too while we're here. Then we have a drive shaft. See, this should not do that. Nope, that's no good. So I'm gonna pull the cart over, and we're gonna dissect this guy right here on the cart. All this other mess. It's important to note that on BMW drive shafts, they actually give you 2 white dots. And that's what it's actually balanced from factory. That's where you need to line them up when you do this. So if it doesn't have those 2 dots, before you pull it apart, you should mark it. anyways, we're gonna grab the snap ring tools. We need to take them and reverse them. Need them to go out. So snap ring is in there, and we just want to pry out on him like so. Cool. And now the fun part, because they never come off the way you want them to. So what we're going to do is actually, we're just going to rip this the rest of the way, and or cut it the rest of the way, because it's busted. And we're not going to, I can't believe it's holding on so well. Kind of remarkable. There's potato. It's going to go in the scrap bin, which is over there. So now the hard part is getting this out, right? So what I normally do is I'll take a grinder and get this rubber disc off with a cut-off wheel, and then the problem is you have the bearing. So there's lots of different ways. You know, you can heat it up and it'll probably fall off, but usually you just take a grinder to it and then take the air hammer and it'll come right off. All right, so got a cut in it. What I like to do is do that, and then just pull on it until it breaks that little extra you can get. That's got metal in it, so it's a scrapyard. So now, see, we got this bearing. We can try the air hammer here and see. Sometimes it'll go, sometimes it won't. A lot of times we have to actually cut the bearing and then cut the race. All right, so I actually was able to just use the air hammer to get the bearing in. And I have a new one somewhere around here. I hope it's not up in the car. Oh, I think it's up top. So hang on a second. So it's important to know which side the bearing goes on, because there's an open side and a closed side. So on these, it's weird because like on an early car, this joint is actually on the front drive shaft, and then they changed it. But you would think then that it would go this way, because you usually preload them to against that seal, but apparently you don't. It goes this way, I guess, because every other one that I've taken off goes like that. So that's how I do them now. I just follow the rules here. But now I'm gonna take, and I have a fancy tool, just a piece of pipe. I'm gonna use a hammer. I'm gonna shellac that sucker right onto there. All right, so we got it down far enough. It's important that you use a pipe that doesn't mess up the splines, and then also doesn't mess up the bearing. So just gonna slide that back on there. I'm gonna put the snap ring pliers away. I actually found a brand new Guibo, so we're gonna actually install that as well. But for now, I'm just gonna take this, just inspect everything. It looks good. Some people put grease on them. I don't, and it's probably not the right thing to do. But if it slides together, yeah, see, it didn't slide together that good, so we're gonna put a little grease on there. So the drive shaft's ready to go back in, new center support bearing. Now we're gonna go over here And we're gonna take off that guibo because it's probably original. And this car has 184,000 miles on it. So guibo's off. It's not as bad as I thought it was, to be honest. I don't know if you can see, but it is a little crackly. So I have the new one. We're just gonna put it on. Yeah. Now it's important to know that there is little arrows. I don't know if you guys can see that. See how it's like that? They alternate. The arrow points at the mounting surface it touches, right? So this arrow is pointing, let me pick you up. This arrow is pointing like that, right? So this will actually, it'll go like that, right? You don't want this. You want it to go like that, right? Because then that one will point the other direction. So, to be honest, I don't know why they're like that, but that's just how they are. Drive shaft's in. It's now time for the heat shield. And then the exhaust, and then we're done. Change of plans. I think I'm gonna do the diff bushing. I have to see if I have the tool. I thought I had the tool. Let me check. All right, back on track. I don't have the tool. I thought I did. I think I made one and I broke it. So we're just gonna put everything back together now. Dirt in the eyeballs. This. Oh man. There's one. There's two. And this one goes up here. There's three. And then four. All right. So basically all I got to do is put the exhaust back up, and then the two braces that go across. One holds the exhaust up. Put the belly pans on, and we're done. The diff bushing wasn't that bad. I have the bushing. I just don't have the tool. So I have to be another day or for the next owner, because it's not like I had a car that was really bad and it would bang and bang. You'd get it bang, and it would just like bounce. The bushing is that bad. This is not even. It's got some cracks in it, but it's fine. So, but I'm gonna call it a day. I ended up putting my E46 outside. Took some pictures of it. Gonna post it up for sale. I got my son's car here. We need to lift up the back a little bit because it rubs still. So it's got coilovers on it. I'm gonna tear this down. I think it's dry enough to tear down, and I'm gonna take it in the house. So thanks for coming along today. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.